Hi everyone, it's Michelle from Gypsy Insights. Hope you're feeling well. I felt the need to come on tonight and do a collective read, so I hope that you don't mind. The energy that I'm feeling for the collective is one of recognizing what empowers you and what disempowers you. I'm getting an image of the woods, the forest, and what I'm seeing there is a bear. Now, the bear is a very powerful energy. The bear is a symbol of protection. There's an energy here of protecting those that we love. And I'm also getting a sense here of conserving their energy. You know, when a bear hibernates in the wintertime, it conserves its energy. So there's a feeling around you of needing to conserve your energy for what's important and not giving your energy away to anything that's draining. Whatever that might be, guys, you know, it doesn't have to be a person, it could be a thing. For a lot of you guys, I'm getting a sense here of what's draining you is feelings of lack, a lack of self-belief, a lack of trust, a lack of faith. It feels like walking alone in a forest and being confronted by a bear, but rather than running from it, rather than fearing it, there's an energy here of quiet observation. That's the worst thing that people say that you should do, right? Then when you see a bear in the forest is run. So yeah, there's an energy here of being confronted with a fear. But I actually feel that there's nothing to be concerned about. Now, it's really interesting because recently I've had a rather miraculous thing happen to me. And, you know, I'm just going to be honest with you guys and say I've been in this energy for a very long period of time. A few years now where things were just not working out. When it comes to my business, when it comes to my life in general, my love life, my health, everything seemed to be falling down around me, and I was finding it tough. Just like these cards suggest, the Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. It definitely was a dark night of the soul, and you know, I'm still coming out of it. But I'll tell you what turned it around for me recently. And, you know, certainly I was finding it very hard to be motivated, to find the strength. I felt very drained. Emotionally, physically, spiritually, everything was drained. And I was finding it very, very hard to think of reasons why I should continue just generally in life. And one morning I woke up. It was actually it was only about a week or so ago. And I woke up and I said to myself, you know what, I'm sick of feeling this way. Sick of it. I'm sick to death of feeling sick and tired. And I feel that a lot of you are feeling the same way. Feeling sick and tired of being sick and tired and feeling sick and tired of being drained. And at that moment I said, you know what, I want to live. I want to continue. I don't want to have this end. I want to rewrite my destiny. I want to change my life. I've done it before. I can do it again. Okay, yeah, I'm older now, certainly. But I've learned a thing or two, the Three of Pentacles. And I feel like I've got this life thing, you know, I don't know everything about it, but I feel like I'm mastering it. Some tough karmic lessons, absolutely. And when I woke up that morning about a week ago, I said to myself, you know what, I don't want to live this way anymore. I don't want to live like I've given up on life, love, everything. So in that moment, I decided to change my thinking and start pulling myself together. And I pulled a card that morning, and the card said a date with destiny, and I got a really bad energy off it. I can't lie. I felt really bad about this card that said a date with destiny, because I didn't think that destiny was a good one. You know, sometimes if you've been in this energy and you feel lost, lonely, like an outsider for a long period of time, it can get you to the point where you feel like, okay, well, just put me out of my misery, right? Because, you know, generally I was feeling pretty miserable. But that morning that I decided to change my way of thinking, that in particular, and pulled that card, I got myself up, I got myself together, and it just so happens that that day I had to go to the airport. So I got an Uber in Miami, Florida. I got an Uber, and I was feeling pretty good, you know, because I'd made this switch change in my brain. And do you know what? That on the highway that morning, a miracle happened, because there was a massive wreck. And by the grace of whatever's out there, whatever religion you follow in life, my Uber driver was able to do a miraculous amount of driving and swerve around, a number of vehicles that had been spinning off in all kinds of different directions, and came out the other side completely unscathed, guys. I honestly feel like that I was meant to. I was meant to pass on that road that morning. That was supposedly my destiny there in Miami. It didn't happen because two things. I'm believing that it truly was a miracle, and I believe that it was as a result of me making an absolute full faith pledge to the universe to that I wanted to live and I wanted to change my life. Yeah. So I had a close shave, and over the last week or so I have been spending a lot of time alone, and I'm getting for the collective here. Yours may not have been as drastic as all that, but I do feel that this week has led to a lot of introspection. But it's introspection that gives you power. You know, sometimes when we go inward and we focus on all of the things that are bad, pain, what's caused us suffering in life, it makes us just feel worse. It makes us feel inert, like we can't move. This is different. This is an energy of, and a lot of people who have gone through near-death experiences and come out the other side and decided, yes, I do want to live. It's living a different way, and a lot of people will say that. And if you've experienced that, guys, I want to hear your story. So if you want to email me, without putting it out to the public, certainly email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. I'd love to hear your story. And if you want to put it out there publicly as well, certainly I'd love to read it in the comments down below, as will a lot of people, I feel, get something out of that, because there's something to be said for living your life a certain way where you feel like it's just hopeless, and then when being confronted with actual death, realizing that you do have hope. Regaining hope. Yes, absolutely. Wow, guys, I mean, it's a very empowering energy being that close. It's why a lot of people do extreme sports, because it's like confronting a fear, and yeah, it's like jumping out of an airplane with a parachute, obviously, bungee jumping, all kinds of things that people do. It's more than a thrill. I feel it has to do with that feeling afterwards, that sense of power that you have there, and really fully living. I guess what I'm saying here is that as a collective, we're not meant to just be surviving. We're meant to be thriving and fully living. A lot of us are living here, and it's no way to live. I know, because I've been there for a number of years, almost my entire life. I mean, there were moments in my childhood where I didn't have that, but for the majority of the time, I've been pretty miserable in my life, and I'm not afraid to put it out there. I mean, a lot of us are that way. So how do we switch our mindset from one of just merely surviving and sometimes just not even wanting to do that, to one where we're actually thriving? How do we get to that point where we empower ourselves? Now, hopefully we don't all have to go through what I had to go through and have that near-death experience. I don't think it's as drastic as all that. I don't think we all need to get there. I've got the Page of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles here. Now, you don't have to be an earth sign for this to relate to you. Pay no attention to the sign. It's more about the energy. And I feel that this is you getting an an opportunity with this Page of Wands, like a wake-up call almost for empowerment, an opportunity to trust in yourself, stand firm, because that's that Queen of Pentacles energy, standing firm in who you are, your truths, to experience love, safety, security, peace, self-possession. It's a very light energy, a very beautiful energy. It's something meant to bring you out of darkness, so dark thoughts. And gives you a sense of peace, safety. There's something in that image that I was getting about the bear in the forest and not running from it. It's confronting a fear. Standing firm and confronting a fear. It's like an indestructibility that I'm sensing. An energy here of not giving up. Power. It's something that gives you power. It's like plugging yourself back into a charging socket, where like your battery is almost depleted, and I feel like for a lot of you, your battery has felt depleted for a while, and then you plug yourself back into the grid. And the grid is the collective. The grid is life. The grid is everyone living. It's an energy here of plugging yourself back into the grid, not isolating yourself, but rather becoming part of the collective, part of the community. Yeah, it feels like that. It really is about a switch in switching off that sense of lack, of not being good enough, it switches it on to a more assertive energy. I'm getting an image of like a cougar in my mind, and of course that brings up the cougars it's kind of a jokey kind of thing, isn't it? Where we have cougars that prey on like young men. Oh, no, it's that's tongue in cheek, but the cougar that I'm seeing here is asserting yourself, guys. I think that in this energy, where you're putting an end to an old way of thinking, being, or almost like that what was meant to die, that in the moment was the old you, and in its place now is this new you. It's like seizing a moment to completely change your life, your who you are, and be who you've wanted to be without fear, because you've confronted the worst. You found that you didn't actually want to have things end, and you've decided to change, to be who you've always wanted to be, and live your life the way that you've always wanted to live it. And it's this assertive energy that I feel. In silence there is power. And in this silence, you're being asked to come forward, claim your leadership role, and take action. Yeah. Have faith and trust. Have faith and trust. One of my favorite movies is The Greatest Showman, and let me know if you're one of the aficionados of that as well. But I just love the messages in that. I love the music of Hugh Jackman. Hello, fellow Aussie. But I'm getting the song Never Enough, Trying to hold my breath, let it stay this way. Can't let this moment end. You set off a dream in me, getting louder now. Can you hear it echoing? It feels like that. It feels like a dream. Going for it without fear. Isn't it funny that sometimes it takes that drastic thing to pull us out of the darkness and bring us back to dreaming about a long-held dream. It might have been a dream to be an artist, a dream to be a musician, an entertainer, a writer, whatever, a scientist. Some of you could have wanted to go into research. Whatever it is, you're being asked to get back to a dream, a goal. That's where I feel you're going to find your next, the next. It's like levels in a computer game. Like you've defeated something that was very fearful, and now you're on like a safe level. There's safety here. So now that there's safety, what are you going to choose? Setting off a dream, a dream in you. Things are being put right in your world. Bringing it back to a place of light, of enthusiasm, doing what you love, not doing anything that drains you or feeling drained. For a lot of you, when it comes to prioritizing, taking a strategic approach. You can't please everyone. So it's best to please yourself. Please yourself. And let it's like, how do I describe this? It's like you know what you want to do, you know where you want to go. So what has been holding you back? You're being given an awakening by spirit to say that you have the courage. I mean, what you've been through recently, just like me, rather than see that as, oh gosh, another really bad thing that happened. No, it's actually giving you motivation, encouragement that you do have a purpose here, that you do have a higher calling, that is something that is meant for you. Something that's meant for you, and it'll be different for everybody, of course. We don't all have the same calling. So you know what it is. I feel you know what you need to do to get there. You're being given the courage to move forward and the confidence to succeed. And it's a safe environment for you to do so. You've faced the bear, and I'm actually being given, for a lot of you, the bear is a metaphor for depression or some sort of health thing that's big. Something that was draining you. And depression does drain, guys. It really does. Health issues drain us. When we don't have hope, it drains us. So this is a realization here of, yes, you want to live, yes, you want to take charge, yes, you want to take action. You want to live life a certain way, and you know what you want to do, you know what you need to do to get there. Confidence, courage, you've been given all of that. Look, everybody, it's up to you. It's a radical shift, a radical change in your thinking, this action energy. And it gives you power, it gives you motivation, it gives you the energy that you need to succeed. Whatever is happening here, and again, it could just be me telling you about my story, but for a lot of you, you've actually also experienced something like this. Today there was the story of the terrible plane crash in India. There was one man who walked away from that. I mean, can you imagine? It's a miraculous kind of energy, and being given that, whereas so many other people were not given it, that's going to change that man's chemistry in the brain. I feel that he is going to see that as something that he needs to grab hold of, this new opportunity that's given to him, and run with it. Not squander it. So there's an energy here of new life, encouraging new life, being motivated to live life to the fullest and not squander life. As a testament to those that haven't been able to have this opportunity, and of course there are many that have not. So how best to honor those people, but to where we're given life, where others were not given life, to not squander it, right? To not just survive but thrive. And there's this black bear energy that I'm seeing in my brain, and I feel that has a lot to do with ancestry. And it feels like a protective spirit around you that's coming out as a bear, but it's a bear could be like a mothering energy or a grandmotherly energy. It does feel maternal. And this is a very powerful entity that wants you to honor the gift of life. Wow. Guys, I hope this has helped you. I really do. Let me know your story. I hope that I can live this way from now on, and not just plod along and squander gifts. We're all given gifts, so whatever your gift is, guys, you're being asked to fall in love with who you are, with your gift, and to use it, whatever it might be. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Wish you all the very best. If you would like a personal reading, you can email me at gypsyinsights@gmail.com, or you can go to my Etsy store, and the link for that is in the box below. Don't forget to press that thumbs up button. Share me on your social media, especially if you know someone who would get something out of this reading. If you haven't subscribed to me, please do. I'd love to have you subscribe. I'd love to have you here as a member as well. If you'd like to join my channel, ways that you can do that. You can find out more information by clicking on the join button or looking in the box below. Thank you so much, guys. I wish you all the very best. Please take care, and bye for now.